Today I'm here with Jason Emery, and we kind of started talking a little bit about you served in the Army, correct?
Yep.
03 to 09?
03 to January of 14.
Oh, January 14. Wow. So I kind of got the Cliff's Notes. You were in Fort Carson, Fort Leonard Wood.
And then Anchorage, up at Joint Base Elmendorf,
Yeah.
Richardson.
How'd you like that?
I loved the environment, but the people wasn't
that cool?
so good.
So what'd you do in the Army?
I was actually a diesel mechanic.
Diesel mechanic, cool.
Yep. But we'd done a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Did you pick the job or did the job pick you?
I actually picked it. When I first went up, they told me I couldn't have that job, so I just got up and walked out. And about 15 minutes, the staff sergeant come back to me and he goes, "Well, we can get you that job." And I said, "Okay."
That's cool. So did you do anything diesel mechanic wise after you got out?
Yeah, I've always been a mechanic. Born
Yeah.
and raised on a farm, grew up in the logwoods. So we rebuilt our own tractors. We had a dozer. We done everything ourselves.
That's cool.
That's all I've ever done.
Are they? Let me ask you this, because I've as I've gotten older, I've wanted to always fix it myself. That's kind of who the guy I am. And the thing about having cars, especially newer cars, everything's so jam packed in there. It's a pain in the ass to work on. But if it strike me that diesel engines aren't that way, it's a lot easier to work on, or what?
If it's in a semi or a piece of equipment,
Yeah.
sometimes it's easier. In a pickup, like I just got done putting a 6.4 Power Stroke in one.
Oh wow!
You got to pull the cap.
That was a pain.
You got to pull the
Yeah,
cap.
yeah.
And it's like a giant jigsaw puzzle. There was a few things I put together I had to take back off just so I could put something else on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely a pain in the ass.
Yeah, so
they're just cramming too much stuff into
it's like Lego sets, man.
one spot.
Yeah, yeah. It was you got to get it. They want to make it smaller, but So you did diesel mechanic the whole time you were in?
Yep.
That's cool. That's really cool. So I'm sure you worked on some pretty heavy duty stuff.
Well, in the Army we actually have tank mechanics too, and Bradley mechanics and all that stuff. But we done all that as well. I mean, I was in the headquarters maintenance section, and I actually ran it for a little while. So when it come time for services, you took wherever you had people. If they were shorthanded on one side, you took people from the other side.
Yeah.
So I mean, we did a lot of cross training. Just easier that way. I mean, that way you get to learn a lot more. And I was fortunate enough to have some damn good soldiers. So, and I had a damn good boss, one of the best leaders I ever had, ever seen. So I mean, it made it easy to cross train and then just do multitask.
Yeah. And make it work for you to learn once you get out.
Yes.
That's cool. What made you want to sign up in the first place?
Well, at first, when I graduated, I actually was filling out an application for Lynn Tech up here to go into heavy machinery operations, and they wanted $75 just to accept my application. And I kind of told the lady to fuck off.
Yeah.
I mean, it was aggravating,
Yeah.
Of course, I didn't have no money. Hell, I worked for $4.50, $4.75 an hour.
Yeah.
So I said to hell with her, and I already knew the Army recruiter. He was a good friend of mine. So I called him, and that's where I went.
And he said, "You can get you in. We get you training. You just got to sign up."
That's what I told the lady at the college. I said, it's pretty bad. I can go over here and serve my country, get paid for my training,
Yeah.
and come out with that same piece of paper.
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
That's cool. It seems like it worked out for you.
Oh, it did. It worked out very well.
That's cool.
And then I kind of got to, live in my grandfather's footsteps. He was a Korean War vet. And so far, we're the only two in the family
But did it?
that has been in the service.
Yeah.
So.
It seems like you enjoyed it because you signed up for a little bit extra after the 6, right? So I mean,
I
made it work.
re-enlisted 3 different times.
Yeah. Wow.
No, I loved it. It was a good experience. Not one I want to do again, but it was
it's one of those things that at the time it would make sense.
something I'd never get back.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a good way to put
had
it.
a lot of fun. You get to meet a lot of people, and I've always enjoyed meeting people from different backgrounds, different cultures, and you definitely get to do that.
Yeah.
So it was a good time.
That's cool.
So
How was Fort Knox?
Fort Knox was probably the least favorite. I loved the base. They had everything there for the soldiers.
Yeah, I've heard that at the base it was pretty cool.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But I was with 1st Infantry Division, and they I don't know, they were kind of a stepchild because the headquarters was over at Fort Riley, Kansas, and we were the only brigade over there. It was just, I don't know, a big disconnect, lack of communication in between. So
Yeah.
was always hurry up and jump through your ass, which
Yeah.
Uncle Sam's bad about.
Yeah,
hurry
yeah,
up anyway,
yeah,
but it was it just seemed worse.
Yeah.
I don't know. Good people, love the area. Absolutely gorgeous place to be. So I mean, just is what it is.
Yeah.
Whatever you can make of it.
Yeah. So the first part of your career, you were in Fort Carson, Colorado.
Yep.
Did you get to do anything outside? Did you go hiking, go hunting? Did you do anything?
Oh
with
yeah, I had a Jeep, and that's all I ever done. I built a Jeep for my commander, built one for
old school Jeeps?
just Cherokees, Suzuki
Yeah.
Samurais, Wranglers, and a lot of Toyota pickups.
Yeah.
And that's all we did every weekend was go up in the mountains in four-wheel.
Yeah.
We'd go up and set the tent up and camp. I mean, drive as far as you could one day and then turn around and come back
Drive the
day.
other way.
So,
That's cool.
as far away from people as possible.
Yeah, and you can get that out there.
Yes.
Not so much anymore. A lot of people going out there. It's kind of hard. It's becoming less and less spacious out there.
They got to blocking off a lot of our trails because you know how people go out and trash stuff. And,
Yeah.
I had a forest ranger that was a good friend of mine, and he used to tell me what roads to go drive down that hadn't been drove down in years. And they used to give us bags of those big black trash bags, and
You
we'd
guys
we'd
clean
go
up?
up there and clean the trails
cool.
up as we four-wheeled. And we'd call him, and he'd call the BLM, and they would send a dump truck to come pick it up at the end of the trail.
That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah.
We got to keep a lot of trails open. Of course, there were still some that got closed. We didn't want to see closed.
Yeah.
You know, all you can do is try.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, and that's surprising because in Colorado they do not mess around with that stuff.
No.
I mean, the conservation department, forest rangers have more power than some police officers and sheriffs. And if you're caught doing something like poaching or anything, they'll take your house away from you.
Yep.
They do not mess around.
And it needs to be like that.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
does.
You look at the ground out there in the terrain; it's beautiful.
Yeah.
They've got animals out there that we don't have back here. I mean, you know, and if you're going to protect it, you're going to have to protect it.
Yeah.
You can't give in. If you do, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. So.
Yeah.
So
So
it sucks sometimes for somebody.
yeah,
that
it
gets
sucks.
caught,
It
but
only takes one to ruin it for everyone else.
There you go.
Yeah, it does. That's the way it goes. You were telling me before we started that you drive trucks now, and you were part of some of the guys that took some semis down to the south after the hurricanes.
Yeah, we it's actually Sasa Kilgore Trucking LLC, and we do it for Kelly Storm Team Relief out of Norwood, Missouri. He's got, I think, right around 300 FEMA trailers, you know, laundry trailers and sleeping quarters and shower trailers and stuff like that. And I think there was 102 semis that showed up.
Wow.
We left out of there with 102 trailers.
I bet that was a cool line of trucks coming down the highway.
It was big.
Yeah.
Every trailer's 53 foot, so you know you got 100 of them. That's 5,300 foot right
Is
there.
it kind of a pain in the like you always hear about like guys that ride talk about these rides that get 100+ bikes and they're like, I don't know, man, it becomes more of a pain in the ass after a while because
It does.
Is it the same?
It's an accordion.
Yeah.
Speed up, slow down. Speed
Yeah.
up, slow down. So me and a few other guys, I think there was about 6 of us. We pulled over for about 45 minutes and just sat on the side of the road
Just
and
let
waited.
them go
That way we could get back on the road and cruise
and just
instead of.
instead of have a break go.
It's too dangerous, you know. You got that many vehicles together, and you're slowing down, you're speeding up, and then when you go to turn from one road to another, and you're waiting on track, it's a giant traffic jam.
Yeah.
So we just figured we split it up a little bit, it'd be safer and easier. So and it worked out. So
Did you? How long did you stay down there for?
we were only there for 3 days when we dropped. And then we'd come back home bobtail, and then I think it was 3 more days. We got a phone call and had to go back
And
pick the trailers up and bring them back.
Wow. So they just sit on this guy's property until they need them. Is that how? And they just
He actually bought them and built them, or had them built, and that's just like Hurricane.
Texas or
The big one that
Irma?
got Louisiana.
Oh,
here.
okay. Katrina. Yeah.
They were down there because he's actually got a team that works too, that cleans them every day and stuff like that. You know, we actually wasn't working for him; we were working for a contractor as far as hauling them goes. And then he's got his own team that goes in and cleans them, and everything that stays down there until the storm's done. I mean, they're there to set it up and take it down. If it takes them 2 months, that's how long they're away from their families.
Yeah.
They're there for 2 months.
Yeah. Wow.
And then what they're for is your contractors, your tree trimmers, and your electric co-ops and stuff like that. Is what the camps are set up for. That way they have a place to come when they get off work for the day to take a shower and sleep and do their laundry and stuff like that. It's all free to them. So
that's cool. It's cool they do that. It's cool you did that.
it's neat. It is very neat.
It's
I mean,
cool.
there's no better feeling to be able to help somebody to begin with.
Yeah. And
Especially if you can put a smile on somebody's face.
Yeah.
It's even better.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, good on you for doing that, man. And
Thank you.
thanks for coming to lunch today. Thanks for your service. And yeah, appreciate it.
Appreciate you.